Under the blood-red moon, the witches struck first. Snow White's blade held one at bay, steel clashing against dark magic. Rapunzel's whip cracked through the firelight until the blazing fireball hurled her to the ground. And then, as the coven closed in, Sleeping Beauty moved with desperate resolve. In her stillness came power. Time itself shuddered. Objects froze mid-air, and the battle shifted. The night would never be the same. Welcome to Once Upon a Crime, where dark truths, lost legends, and twisted fairy tales come to light. When their truths were finally spoken, curses endured, betrayals suffered, kingdoms lost, the past no longer weighed upon them like a chain. Instead, it became a compass, pointing toward what lay ahead. Together, the three princesses walked to the outer gates. Beyond them stretched the unknown, shadowed forests and jagged mountains, a path unwritten. With every step, they moved farther from what was and closer to what must be. And in Sleeping Beauty's heart, one certainty remained. Whatever awaited them, it awaited for a reason. At the forest's edge, they saw the glow of fire. Beneath the blood-red moon, a circle of witches stood chanting, their voices rising like a storm. Suddenly, one witch caught sight of them and hurled a searing bolt of lightning fire across the clearing. Snow White's instincts surged. She drew her dagger and rushed forward, clashing steel against sorcery. But for every strike she parried, another came. She could only hold off one witch at a time, and there were 7 in the coven. Rapunzel moved to follow, her golden braid whipping through the firelight, but a blazing fireball struck her, hurling her to the ground. Sleeping Beauty froze in shock. Her breath caught as she closed her eyes, and the world blurred like a dream. She saw Snow White and Rapunzel surrounded, witches unleashing storm after storm of fire upon them. But before the magic struck, she willed it still. In her stillness came power. The fireballs halted mid-air, suspended like stars. Time itself had frozen. Opening her eyes, she saw Rapunzel still struggling to rise. Rushing forward, she grasped both Snow White and Rapunzel's hands. She thought of her kingdom, her home, and in an instant the battlefield vanished. They stood within the walls of her castle, safe but shaken. Then the air split with brilliance. A blinding light flared in the great hall, and as the glow parted, Snow White beheld a figure emerging. Lilith stepped from the radiance, her presence divine.
If you dare to revisit the tales that came before, the earlier chapters and episodes wait in the shadows of this channel.
And by the power vested to Sleeping Beauty herself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tap that little bell, and who knows, you just might live happily ever after.